Today we're breaking down the El Chapo of the male's dating coach scene. If you're a woman watching this, I would really advise you stick around. Because what you're going to be able to see here is the top male's dating coach on the planet and how he interacts with women. So you could be thinking, would this work on me? Would this not work on me? And if you're a guy watching this, you have no choice. You have to stay here because the value you're going to get from this video is unparalleled.
I'm sorry. That might have been the most adorable expression I've ever seen in my entire life.
What?
The look of like consternation and like politeness on your face a second. He's just like, I don't even know. I'm sorry.
Did I put back then?
I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Todd.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Yes.
3 things he's done good already. Number 1, he's gone with an assumption to open the conversation. An assumption is much more lighthearted and fun for a girl to receive because it's not a boring, repetitive question they've been asked a million times, like what's your name, where they just pull an answer from their head and they give it and they're in this robotic state. He's given an assumption which breaks her out of her kind of robotic society face, and she has to like think about what he's actually saying and give an answer because it's not something she maybe has heard before. And it's also more lighthearted and fun. Number 2, he didn't ask for her name. He said, my name is, and he put his hand out. Now, the third thing you'll notice he done is instead of putting his hand out for a business handshake, he put his hand out like this. And the woman then puts her hand over and he shakes her hand like this. This is called a man-to-woman handshake. It's much more seductive if the man's hand is on the bottom. He's cradling the woman's hand and he's shaking it like that. It's just, try it out in person sometime, okay? You'll see what I mean. It's just, it feels a lot better.
You are very bubbly.
What?
You're very like bubbly and happy. I love it.
Am I? That's not one I've ever gotten before, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, maybe it's just my influence.
Okay, probably.
Maybe just, you saw me and you got really, really happy and...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's good. I'm flattered. I'm a little concerned. Like, I'm not sure, It's a little too much too fast. I'm a very shy boy.
Thank you. So
you're a shy boy? This is weird.
Girl. Excuse me. But yeah.
Yeah? You're a little adorable.
Thanks.
What is, in like, before we go both like find our people, what is your story briefly?
What do you mean my story?
2 things he's done quickly there. Again, more observations, more assumptions. He's not asking many questions. The second thing he's just done there by saying, before I go, tell me your story. What he's doing there is something in sales you call creating urgency. You'll see all these marketing banners and things like, for 2 weeks only, this price. That's enticing your brain to think, wow, this isn't going to be on for long, so let me go grab it. He's creating urgency by saying, before I go, or before we go, tell me your story. To plant a seed in her mind that he's not planning to be there for long. He's got other things to do. This is going to be a quick conversation, which makes it easier for that interaction to take place and for her to tell her story.
What would surprise me about you, other than, the bubbliness that surprises you about you?
I'm new to New York.
Okay. How long?
A few weeks.
Congratulations. Welcome to my city. I appreciate it.
Thanks. So what about you?
What about me?
What's something interesting about you?
Him saying welcome to my city is building narrative. It's like my city, welcome to my city. Again, he's building a frame. It's a narrative he's trying to build. This is all very granular stuff that maybe you wouldn't pay attention to, but he's got a reason and intention behind everything he says.
So I've lived in New York for quite a while, but I travel way too much, and so I'm like here and there and here. I just got back from I did an 8-city trip, so I'm like very excited to be back in my city. Yeah. I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know. What do you want? Like hopeless romantic, long walks on the beach?
I don't know. Just whatever you've got for me, really.
Whatever I've got for you? Mm-hmm. You'll take anything I've got. All
yeah.
Right. Who are you here at the moment? Just you or a bunch of friends?
No, I'm looking to meet someone.
Okay.
I have to find him. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Well, hi, I'm Todd. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Interesting. I'm supposed to meet people in a little bit, but nobody's here as yet.
Gotcha.
I'm the one at the moment. You live in Manhattan?
Yeah.
Do you do drinks with cute, spontaneous boys?
It's not spontaneous.
You gave me the funniest look just now.
Are you living?
Okay, sorry to keep interrupting, but this guy's game is on such a different level. I do have to keep pausing it and breaking down what he's doing, or I'm going to forget everything. One thing he done there is called screening logistics. So screening logistics is finding out what it is the other person is doing. Do they have to go meet their friends? Do they have to go home at some point? You just know how long you have left to speak to them, and then you can rush the conversation or you can take your time. And it's just knowing what kind of setting you're in, right? Like if I was trying to sell something to a buyer, I'd want to know how urgently do you need it? What are your requirements? So I then know what kind of process I should be following. The second thing he's done, see, I forgot the second thing he done because I didn't want to feel like I was rude interrupting constantly and annoying you guys. So now I forgot the second thing, okay? The third thing he done is he said he's waiting for people and he's going to meet people soon again. So she doesn't have this idea that he's just out there approaching girls and he's not got anything to do and she could be there with him for a long time, even though that's exactly what's happening, but he's just painting a picture, right?
I do. Like meatpacking area? Okay. That's good. I mean, you're kind of far away, but it's like a straight shot, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
As long as
You're like planning it out. All right.
As long as there's no like crosstown taxis involved and us hanging out, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's where I draw the line. I
Alright.
mean, you're charming and all, but like, I've
You
always
have to
got to
know
have the
where
standards.
where the line is, as long as you know it. Yeah, it's good. You always need a line.
Okay, so what brings the adorable, sort of innocent-seeming girl to New York? Okay. So, because you were passionate about a subject, or because you just didn't want to leave school?
Because I'm passionate about a subject, and I need my master's to get the job I want.
Okay. I feel like being a parent being like, good girl, but no, tell me more.
3 more things. He's keeping the conversation very lighthearted. As you can see, it's not serious, it's jokey, he's laughing every few seconds. Number 2, he's making assumptions instead of asking questions again. Just notice how he keeps doing this. Number 3, he found an excuse to touch her. So he said, I feel like a parent, blah, blah, blah. Touches the head, touches the shoulder. The physical touch barrier has now been broken. This is extremely important to break as soon as you can. This is whether you're a girl or whether you're a guy, because it's just this... If you don't do it throughout a long date or throughout a long interaction, at least touch the person. How the hell are you guys gonna kiss at the end of the day or do something else if you've not even touched yet? And you instantly feel more comfortable with someone when you've broken that touch barrier. If you're a creep watching this video, switch it off, okay? Because if you follow my advice and you go creep someone out and you touch them and you're like, oh, AceAttraction said it. Listen, I don't want to be catching no cases. I'm too young and I've got too many plans and I'm going to too many places to be going to jail at this point in time. So switch off the video if you're a creep. This is for my normal people, okay?
About it. I'm sorry. That's almost condescending. I'm sorry to have offended you by state.
No,
Goodness.
it's okay. It's all
Fair
right.
enough. See, we're off to such a good start, but now it's just not going to work out.
Yeah.
too
I
bad.
mean, we were on the same side of the city, and then it's all downhill from there.
I know. It's nice meeting you. I want you to
It
know
was
it's
nice
not
meeting
you,
you.
it's me.
Okay,
I still think.
definitely you. I know it's you.
I still think you're a wonderful person.
you.
I would hope that one day we could be friends. It'll hurt for a while for me.
Okay.
So-
Understandable.
Yeah, it might take me a while to get over it.
Oh, it definitely will.
I might have to date like 5 or 6 other people in between or something.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah. You have that effect on men.
Yeah, definitely.
You're super adorable. I literally don't even know. All right, so it means that you work a lot, but your schedule is fairly free. So it's like a lot of like working, like you have a little bit of classes, but then you have a lot of like research time.
And then I try and stay sane the other time.
How's that working out?
A lot of drinking.
Well, I go out a lot too, so we can, you know.
Well, that works
Tell you
then.
what, we can go out, we can hang out together. Just like we'll keep the Googleable Facebook facts to like a minimum, so that if
Okay.
you become a weird stalker, like you have limited ammo.
He's now building a narrative of them two meeting up, and he's planted the seed of them two meeting up and doing and going on a date, probably saying how she reacts to it. Number 2, he's evaluating. He's saying, okay, so, you know, this is what I think. It was nice meeting you, blah, 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 blah. That's building a narrative of him evaluating her. He is the assessor. He is judging her. A lot of hot girls walk around and they are the ones judging. A guy will come up to them and they're like, oh, what do you do? So tell me a bit about you. And then the guy's in like the frame where he's being evaluated. What he does very well is he builds a narrative of him evaluating her. This is a frame a lot of attractive girls have never been put into, because a lot of guys aren't high value enough to evaluate a girl that's attractive. They're just happy to take her under any circumstances. So that's something that Todd does excellently.
Good. I'm glad you're acknowledging that you're going to become a weird stalker and that I need to be preventative.
Wow. So you're from. I don't know what to do with you.
Probably run away.
Maybe.
Run away.
Maybe. You're witty and at least partially educated though, so that's good.
Partially, yeah.
You know, you're part way through your education.